that's what you call a pretty tune, isn't it? Sort of like a folk song. Perhaps it makes you think of a song you may have learned in school or at camp. Somehow it has that folk song flavor, like something a lot of people might sing together in a bus or on a hike or around the campfire. But it's not sung in any of those places. It's not even sung at all. It's played by a clarinet, as you just heard, and it comes from a symphony by Mozart. Maybe that surprises you, because it seems so simple and natural, not like the kind of complicated, grand stuff we usually think of as being in a symphony. But folk songs and folk dances are really the heart of all music, the very beginning of music. And you'd be amazed at how much of the big, complicated concert music we hear grows right out of them. What is folk music anyway? Well, you see, folk music expresses the nature of a people. You can almost always tell something about a certain people simply by listening to their folk songs. Of course, most of the folk songs we know belong to the past, when the different peoples of the earth were more separate from one another, and their characters and different natures were easier to tell apart. Now, sometimes these folk songs reflect the climate of a certain country, or they may tell us something about the geography of a country, or even they may tell us something about what the people do mostly, like being shepherds or cowboys or miners or whatever. But most important of all, folk songs reflect the rhythms and accents and speeds of the way people talk, the way a particular people talks. In other words, their language, especially the language of their poetry, sort of grows into musical sounds. And those speaking rhythms and accents finally pass from folk music into what we call art music or opera or concert music of any particular people. And that's what makes Tchaikovsky sound Russian, or what makes Verdi sound Italian, or what makes Gershwin sound American. It all comes from the folk music, which in turn comes first of all from the way we speak.